because they differ slightly. Okay, so in die eerste ene gaan ek net vir julle wys om aan die gang te sit. You start by saying y is equal to 9 minus 6x, and this you substitute in there and you solve. Okay, that one isn't too difficult. But the next one might be a bit more complicated. So I want to look at exercise 11, number 10 with you guys. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying this one is more complicated is not because of the first step. Dit gaan eintlik oor spesifiek die oplos van die vergelyking. Because this one is already in terms of just one variable. So you don't have to move stuff around, easy peasy. But once you have gone and substituted that in there, you are now working with a fraction. So you will have x minus 3 squared minus 5 is equal to negative of x squared plus 4. Okay, now depending on how well you are with fractions, there's more than one way to deal with this one now. Ek sou gegaan het en heel aan die begin eers hierdie hakie uitgebrei het. So remember guys, because this pops up in a lot of the questions, when you have a binomial and you square it, you get a trinomial, né? Basics. Okay, goed, so hierdie ene gaan wees x kwadraat minus 6x plus 9 minus 5. And on this side, I'm just going to keep it like that for now. Okay, now this question gets a lot easier if you go and you multiply by 2. Want dan raak jy ontslaaf van jou break. You don't have to do it, but then you get rid of your fraction. Now remember, when you're doing that, you have to multiply each term by 2. So ek gaan en sê dis 2x kwadraat minus 12x plus 18 minus 10. Jy kon in die vorige stap eers daai 2 vereenvoudig het en gesê dit gee vir jou 4 en dan maal jy hom met 2 en jy kry 8, maak nie saakie, minus x kwadraat plus 8. And now I can go and write it in its standard form. Okay, ek het net aan albei kante gedeel deur 3. And then I factorize the x out. So my one solution for x is 0. And my other solution is 4. Now what? What am I missing? The y values. Okay. You don't have a question? Okay. So now you have to go and substitute it back into either one of the two equations. I'm somewhere going to substitute it here. Doesn't matter which one you use. Okay. So for that one, you have y is equal to 0 minus 3 squared minus 5. 0 minus 3 is minus 3. As ek min 3 kwadreer, kry ek 9 minus 5 is 4. En vir die ene gaan ek hê 4 minus 3 kwadraat minus 5. 4 minus 3 is 1. When I square 1, I still have 1. And 1 minus 5 is minus 4. Goed. Enige vrae daar julle? No questions. Okay. Now I want to look at this one here. Daar's meer as een manier om te doen, maar ek gaan hom doen deur te sê hierdie een is klaar in terme van y. So I'm going to substitute all of this in there. And then I'm going to do something similar, maar in plaas daarvan laat ek dwarsdeur gaan maal met 2, soos wat ons by die vorige een het, gaan ek nou dwarsdeur gaan maal met daai x plus 3, wat in die noemer is van my een vergelyking. Okay, weer eens, as jy jou nou anders gaan doen het, maar jy kom by dieselfde antwoord uit, dan is dit 100%. Okay, I'm just going to simplify this one a bit before I multiply it. And now do you guys see I'm going to multiply by the denominator of x plus 3. So eintlik so maak. But remember you have to multiply here. Oopsie. Multiply here and here and here. Okay, so vir daai eerste ene gaan ek hom eers net neerskryf. 5x maal met x plus 3. Hierdie ene gaan net oorhou 'n minus 5. Just make sure you see that it has to be a negative. Right? The term remains negative. And then here I'm going to have 15 times x plus 3 is equal to 0. En nou maal ons net uit en vereenvoudig. Okay, en hier gaan ons x kwadraat plus 6x plus 8 is gelijk aan 0. Okay, nou, gou vinnig 'n ekstra plot aan die kant. Onthou nou, as jy goed is met faktorisering van hakkies, sal jy hierdie ene vinnig sien. Can anyone see the fractions? Ag, the brackets. It's plus 4 plus 2. Do you see? No? Do you agree? If you were not able to do that as quickly as I just did it, remember you can always use x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, you guys have to know that thingy, that formula. Okay, en onthou wat die ander ding wat ek vir julle gesê het, as jy kies om hom te gebruik, moet jy vir my hierdie stap wys. You have to show your substitution step. Okay, and then you will get x is equal to minus 4 or x is equal to minus 2. If you were able to get the brackets, you would have gotten to exactly the same answer. So we just put the mark somewhere else. If you did the brackets, then you got your mark here. But if you do this, then you get your mark there. It's exactly the same thing. Okay, maar ek's nog nie klaar met hierdie som nie. Y values. Do not forget the Y values, guys. These count a lot of marks. Like I'm talking 5 or 6 or 7 marks. Yeah. Because it's a lot of steps. It's not difficult, but it's a lot of steps. So you get marks as you go along. But that last mark, to calculate the Y value, you want that mark because it's a very easy mark to get. So asseblief as julle gaan leer, remember to do the Y values. Okay. So now we substitute it back. Waar was my som? Ek kan hom eers mee sien. I'm going to substitute it into this. En hierdie kan jy very much op jou sakrekenaar gaan intik. Kyk net waar daai minus is mooi. So the one answer will be negative 4. I don't know why I'm doing it with a glitter pen, but it is. And your other answer, jou ander antwoord gaan 'n breek wees, dink ek. Minus 4. Wanneer? So that one is 5 plus 1. So it's 6. Yeah. Yeah.